So I'm Chris Hobson and I am Director of Policy and External Affairs at East Midlands Chamber. We are a Chamber of Commerce. We represent businesses across East Midlands, so for us that's Leicestershire, Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. We do two things essentially. We support them to grow, to realise their growth ambitions, and we represent them. We understand what their needs are and we make sure that policymakers, decision makers get that message loud and clear. As a Chamber we've been working with DMU for a number of years now, with the business school and other colleagues, and through those conversations we identified an opportunity, I suppose a gap that needs to be filled, and that was around how we understand what the regional economy looks like and how it really works, how it functions, what support areas it has, and those things that are being well served already. But to actually do this using a proper understanding of the data, there's a whole lot of very interesting data out there. However, that transition from interesting to useful, I think, doesn't always happen. So we saw this as an opportunity. We weren't quite sure how to go about responding to that. So in conversations with David Ray at Montfort University and colleagues, we thought that actually a knowledge transfer partnership, a KTP, could be a way of bringing in both some expertise from the university and the lecturers and employees, but also, very importantly, a KTP associate who could come and be based in East Midlands Chamber, work with us to really help us plug that gap, I suppose, and that's really where the KTP came from.
My name is Harsh. I am a Knowledge Transfer Partnership Associate working with East Midlands Chamber and De Montfort University. I did my Masters from De Montfort University in Business Intelligence System and Data Analytics. So initially, as soon as I joined the project is more around like policy making. So we wanted to make sure that all the decisions that are made by the local councils or any department of the governments, they have to be based on the facts and not based on their understanding or on anecdotal basis. And so I started collecting data from numerous sources and started exploring new opportunities. So my role basically is to develop the products which will help the company in making better decisions. So I have developed this dashboards as a part of Collective Intelligence Skills Observatory, which gives information about the skill supply, skills demand, and then it gives information about the business validation aspect. So basically it covers all the aspects. So this is what data says, and this is exactly what is happening in the market.
So the project has gone better than I think we could have hoped for. The expertise that we have both through the university support and through Harsh has been fantastic. He is an expert when it comes to accessing, writing scripts to access different data sources, some open data sources that in theory anyone could get to, but actually people aren't doing it because they don't understand why or how. And then again, translating that into something that can have a purpose and a use.
So the first thing when I joined the KTP, the first thing that I learned was I had the complete ownership of the project, and that was the bit that always motivated me throughout the project. And as soon as I started working on it, I was telling the stakeholders like this is how we should do, this is how we can move forward, and then I was taking expertise from them. So it is a very collaborative process which helped me learn a lot of things.
So we're halfway through the project so far, so there's still time to go. I think when the benefits, I'll probably put them into a couple of categories. There's the wider benefits for the economy and for decision makers in East Midlands, and then there's the direct benefits for us as a chamber. The direct benefits I think are easy. We're a private sector organisation, they're commercial. We're generating income from the work that's been done, and we've got plans and conversations to build further products to generate more income. So that's really straightforward, and I'm really pleased with the progress we've made on that and the plans we have for where we're heading. In terms of the wider economy, at its heart, as I've said, this is all about taking interesting data to make it useful in order to inform better decision making. How can we make local politicians and decision makers better informed to give them the tools to make decisions? And so the work we've done so far, really, with the local skills improvement plan being the best example, has that at its heart.
As soon as I joined the KTP, I always used to promote KTP to every person I would meet, and I am very happy to promote it everywhere. So every conversation that I have in any conference or in any meeting, the first thing I say is like, have you searched about the KTP rules? You not only learn from one angle, you learn from different angles, and then that helps you in your career because you have the experience of coming across difficult problems. And when you start solving those problems, you start understanding, okay, this is where I might have been wrong, and this is what I can change in future. So yeah, it's very interesting role, and I would recommend it to everyone.
I would 100% recommend a KTP for any organisation that has an idea or a problem and they're not quite sure how to solve it. What a KTP has done for us is it's brought in resource that we didn't have, resource from the university in terms of their headspace and their knowledge, and also resource in the form of Harsh, our KTP associate, and it's given us that skill set to respond to a problem that was kicking around in our minds for a while, but we didn't really have the space or the know-how to respond to it meaningfully. It's given us that. The process has been made really straightforward by working with the university. They're geared up and set up to help businesses take these problems and turn them into solutions. The financials behind it are really favourable. We're paying a third of the cost of what is a very large project, and there aren't many other forms of funding that will let you do that. And we've got something now that once the KTP comes to an end after 2 years, we can build on and take forward. We wouldn't have had this without the KTP, so it really has opened doors for us that weren't there before.